Dear students, today we are going to discuss on the first part of our topic pituitary gland in mammal, its structure and function. It is 6th semester zoology general class, and the learning outcome of our present discussion is, first we discuss on general overview of different endocrine glands and their hormones, then structure of pituitary gland in mammal and hormones secreted by the gland with target organs. So let us first see the endocrine glands and hormones, a overview. Glands which manufacture chemicals and secreted directly into the lymph or venous blood for transport to target tissues are known as endocrine glands. These glands are also known as ductless gland because they directly deliver their secretions or hormones to the lymph or venous blood. They do not have duct, so they are also known as ductless glands. And hormones are the chemicals produced by endocrine cells or glands which are transported by circulatory system to other parts of the body where they function as chemical messengers regulating one or more physiological processes. That means the speciality of endocrine gland is that this gland which they manufacture are function in some other part of the body, that is in the target glands. So the important endocrine glands present in human body are shown in figure. You see the figure. Different glands which are present in the human body are, first the pineal gland. It is present along the brain. It attached to the roof of diencephalon, and two hormones are secreted, serotonin and melatonin. Then the hypothalamus, then pituitary gland. Pituitary gland we will discuss elaborately later on. It is also attached with the brain. Hypothalamus, it is also part of the brain. And thyroid gland, next is the thyroid gland. It is one of the important gland. It present below the larynx in the reg region, and secretion, it secretes two hormone which are thyroxine or T4 and triiodothyronine or T3. This thyroxine hormone, it controls the basal metabolic rate of the body. Deficiency of thyroxine causes disorders like cretinism in children, myxoedema or Gall's disease in adult, as well as goiter, etc. Hyperthyroidism, that is the over secretion of thyroid hormone, causes exophthalmic goiter. On the back of the thyroid gland, uh, on the two lobe of the thyroid gland, each parathyroid gland are there, and hormone secreted by parathyroid gland is known as parathormone. Then the thymus, it is also on the base of neck region. It is partly endocrine gland and partly lymphoid gland. Then another important gland is the adrenal gland. You see in the figure, adrenal gland, they are suprarenal gland over the upper part of kidney, differentiated into two parts, adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla. Hormones of adrenal cortex are generally corticosteroid hormone like mineralocorticoids, glucocorticoids, sex corticoids, etc. And hormones of adrenal medulla are adrenaline and noradrenaline. Important disorder of adrenal gland secretion causes Addison's syndrome, Cushing syndrome, etc. Pancreas, next gland is the pancreas. It is also both exo and endocrine gland. Endocrine part of the pancreas is known as islets of Langerhans, and it has different endocrine cells like beta cell which secrete insulin, alpha cell secrete glucagon, etc. And deficiency of this pancreatic hormone secretion causes diabetes mellitus. Then the endocrine gland is the gonad. Gonads are of two types. In case of male, it is testis, and in case of female, it is ovaries. We discuss this gonads as endocrine gland in later part of our discussion. So, let us see the structure of pituitary gland. It is the structure of pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is also known as hypophysis. Lies in the cavity called the sella turcica of sphenoid bone of skull and attached to inferior surface of hypothalamus by a stalk called infundibulum. You see in the figure, this is the infundibulum region. This is the infundibulum, and this is the pituitary gland. It is remains on the skull cavity, which is called the sella turcica, and it is reddish gray in color. It is reddish gray in color and small oval shaped gland with a diameter of about 1.3 centimeter and average weight of about 0.5 to 0.6 gram. Here it will be gram, 0.5 to 0.6 gram in adults. So this pituitary gland, it is divided into two parts. The anterior part is called the adenohypophysis. This region, this is the adenohypophysis, and the posterior part is called as the neurohypophysis. See figure. And this adenohypophysis part, it is divided or differentiated into three parts. The larger part, this large rounded part is called pars distalis. Then tubular region, the anterior tubular region is called pars tuberalis, and just in the middle there is a strip like structure which is called the pars intermedia. So adenohypophysis is differentiated into three parts. The pars distalis, pars tuberalis, and pars intermedia. And this adenohypophysis, it arises from the roof of buccal cavity in the form of an outgrowth which is called as the Rathke's pouch. Pars distalis is the secreting part of the hypophysis, and it contains 5 types of secretory cells like somatotropes, thyrotropes, corticotropes, lactotropes, and gonadotropes. Pars tuberalis is continuous with pars distalis. It is of about 25 to 60 micromillimeter in thickness and forms a sleeve around the infundibular stalk. Pars intermedia is anatomically a fine strip of tissue separated from the anterior lobe by the interglandular cleft. Then neurohypophysis, it is the neural part of the pituitary gland, also known as the posterior pituitary gland, and it consists of pars nervosa and remain in contact with adenohypophysis and infundibulum. Neurohypophysis, it is just the storage site for the hormones secreted by hypothalamus, but as it is the neural part, so it does not secrete any hormone by its own. Just it stores the hormones, two type of hormones which are secreted by the hypothalamus, the ADH or antidiuretic hormone, and oxytocin into the this part, the neurohypophysis part. So next is the hormone secreted by the anterior pituitary gland. The hormone secreted by the anterior pituitary gland, the pars distalis part of adenohypophysis, are called as the trophic hormone. Accordingly, the name of the hormones are adrenocorticotropic hormone, ACTH. Adrenocorticotropic hormone, as the hormones are acted on some target tissue. So according to the name of the target tissue, the hormones of the anterior pituitary gland are named. For example, adrenocorticotropic hormone. That means this hormone acted upon the target adrenal, the cortex part of the adrenal gland. Then follicle stimulating hormone, that means FSH. FSH works with LH to ensure the normal functioning of the ovaries and testes. Then growth hormone. Growth hormone is essential for early years to maintain the healthy body composition and the growth of the children. In adult, it aids healthy bone and muscle mass and affect fat distribution. Then luteinizing hormone, it works with FSH to ensure normal functioning of the ovaries and testes. Then prolactin, it stimulates breast milk production. And thyroid stimulating hormone, that is TSH, it stimulates the thyroid gland to produce hormone. So this in this table we can see that the different type of hormones secreted by anterior pituitary gland and their target tissues with the principal action of this particular hormone. So ACTH or adrenocorticotropic hormone, it acted on the adrenal cortex and it stimulates the secretion of the hormone which is known as glucocorticoids by the adrenal cortex. Similarly, TSH or thyroid stimulating hormone, it acted on the thyroid gland and stimulates the secretion of thyroid hormone. GH, it is acted on the most of the tissues and promotes protein synthesis and growth. It lipolysis and increased blood glucose level is also caused by this growth hormone. Then FSH or follicle stimulating hormone, it acted upon on gonads and thus it promotes the gamete production and stimulates estrogen production in female. Estrogen, the female sex hormone estrogen, this FSH, it stimulates ovary to secrete the estrogen. Then PRL or prolactin, it acted on the mammary gland and other sex accessory organ and promotes milk production in lactating females and additional actions in other organs. Then LH or luteinizing hormone, it also acted on the gonad, stimulates sex hormone secretion, ovulation and corpus luteum formation in females, and in case of male, it stimulates the synthesis of testosterone, that is the male sex hormone. So these are the different hormones, their target sites and their principal actions which are of anterior pituitary gland. Then the hormones which are present or storage in the posterior pituitary gland. Two type of hormones are there. One is the antidiuretic hormone ADH, also known as vasopressin. This hormone promotes the kidney to increase water absorption in the blood, that means it regulates the water balance. Then oxytocin. Oxytocin is involved in the variety of process such as the contracting the uterus during childbirth and stimulating breast milk production. So you see in the table the different hormones storage in the posterior pituitary gland, their target tissues and the principal action. ADH, it target tissue is kidney and principal action is it stimulates the reabsorption of water and reduction of urine volume, and it also stimulates the constriction of blood vessel and thus increase blood pressure. Then oxytocin. Oxytocin, it acted on the mammary gland. Its function is One function is stimulates contraction of uterine muscle during childbirth, and another function initiate breast milk production. And their secreting site or secretory site is the neurosecretory cell of hypothalamus of brain. So uh, you see in the figure here, you see the pituitary gland, the both part of the pituitary gland, anterior and posterior pituitary gland, and their hormones. That means the anterior pituitary hormones and posterior pituitary hormones, uh, they goes to the different other endocrine gland, and they stimulates the other endocrine glands to secrete their respective hormones, which performs different functions. So uh, for this function, the pituitary gland is known as the master gland. Hormones mainly help to contraction the pituitary gland, it regulates and control the activity of other endocrine glands. So pituitary gland is often described as the master gland. It is clearly depicted in the picture. All the pituitary hormone, they are stimulates the other endocrine glands to synthesize their hormone, and this hormone acted upon in the body and in different body functioning. So this is all about the pituitary gland, their target site, hormone secretion, the target site of these hormones, and different functions, and why the pituitary gland is known as the master gland. So please go through the video, and feel free to ask if you have any doubt. So thank you.